Greetings guys, my name's Elio and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we have Nemu, who will be our next character for the character review series for Bleach Immortal Souls. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so Nemu is one of the characters that of course you can pull. She's just an SR, which isn't anything amazing, but is a step up above of R, and she's also a Azure Dragon, I believe, so do keep that in mind. And we can see her specialty type right here is just an attacker, and Cole's the weak. I don't really understand what that's supposed to mean, but let's take a look at her skills and find out what exactly that means. Alright, so for her combo skill, Hand Drill, it deals damage to a single enemy and it decreases the target's defense by 15% and it lasts 2 rounds. So the skill damage on it is pretty it's pretty normal. It's nothing crazy or game breaking at all. It's nice that it decreases the enemy's defense by 15%, but is that necessarily enough to make her viable? We got to take a look at her other skills, but for what it is, I mean, as an SR, in this case, I feel like it's acceptable. I'm not going to say that it's good or it's bad, but it's just acceptable. It's what you think a unit should have in terms of skills, because I do wish the defense was more prominent, like maybe defense down by 25% or even 30% max, but it is what it is. Let's go over here to her rage skill though. Skyfall Strike, which deals damage to a single enemy. So she's a single target unit, very similar to other characters like Chad and the rare version of Rukia, and also Soifon and Lisa, kinda, but not really, because of her rage skill being a row of enemies, well, the back row of enemies and not necessarily a single target. But anyways, this move deals 60% additional damage to a target with less than 50% HP, and after her weapon awakens, damage greatly increases and deals additional damage to the target. So as it says, the less HP the unit has when she does this move, the more damage this skill is going to do. That sounds great in my opinion on paper, but what doesn't sound great is the ability to get this move off and actually make it work. That is what I would fear the most, because depending on what unit that you're focusing on, perhaps you could use this to maybe burst a unit down, but I feel like it might be very risky, especially with a more tankier type of characters that you're fighting, especially like Black Tortoise, who have a lot of stun or just a lot of self-sustain or the ability to reflect damage on you. So this one sounds good on paper, but how good is it actually going to be? And keep in mind that it is a single target as well. How good is this actually going to be compared to another unit that could do an AoE dot or an AoE stun or an AoE burn, in my opinion, or even, AoE rage reduction. And let's take a look at her fourth skill, aka her passive, because her third skill is just boosting her attack. Nemu's Rage. Her attacks deal additional damage equal to a percentage of Nemu's max HP. Well, remember how she's an SR? That means her HP naturally is lower than SSRs and ultra rares. So there's obviously going to be some type of hard cap, I would say, where her HP doesn't really become super duper amazing. So I could see the limit on this move in the future, but it's really just something that has to be invested in to get the best idea that we can out of this move. Once again, it sounds good on paper, but I'm not sure how good it is. Like, I feel like this is a unit where her skills sound good and work, but they only work up to a certain level, and once things just become too much for it, you really see the limits of her moves. But let's go ahead and move on over to her War Souls. Alright, so we took a look at her War Souls, and right before I end this video, let's take a look at her talent real quick. She decreases the first 2 stamina purchases of the day by 40%, which honestly isn't bad at all. So it makes like my current setup with my Soul Gauge is just 24 gems if I want to refill on energy, which I do, but I just stop after I do like 1 or 2 refills a day, because other than that, I feel like you're just pouring in jades for absolutely no reason. But that's her talent. It is, I believe, unique to her, and it does come in handy, especially for a unit that you may never use, because like I said before, her skills sound good on paper, but after even thinking about it while doing the War Souls part of this video, I realized that if I'm going to run a single target unit, that I would probably run someone like Soifan over Nemu, because Soifan, number one, has better stats. She's just a higher rarity, and especially with her passive and her rage skill, there's a much higher probability of her nuking a target versus Nemu being able to nuke a target. If I'm going to run single target characters, they need to be able to kill the target. If they can't kill the target, then there's no point in them being single target. But that's pretty much it for Nemu. I would love to invest in her in the future just for a science video, but I don't have any idea when that would happen, because I need to catch up on my other characters. But until next time, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave a comment below of who you would like to see next. Make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out on the next one. And I'll see you guys until then. Peace out.